Hey everyone, Techne here with a budget gaming keyboard review. And when I say budget, I mean it. This guy comes in at 15 bucks. Right on Amazon, I believe you can apply a coupon and everything. And again, it gets you out the door at 15 bucks before your taxes, of course, you know. But seriously, when we're talking budget, we mean it. But again, as I always say, just because something's budget or the price is low does not make it a piece of junk. You know what I mean? It just means, hey, you might be getting a fantastic deal. And let me pull you in, show you the keyboard, and then I'll be right back with you and we'll talk about it a little bit. Hold on. You know what? I think I totally forgot to mention what keyboard this is. It's the NPET. Is that what you say? NPET? NPET gaming keyboard. It's the G11 membrane gaming keyboard. All right, let's get into it. Alright, so what did you think about those close-ups right there? My personal opinion, not bad at all. Again, for 15 bucks, you know what I mean? Now, inside your box, they're going to give you a keycap puller, which this keyboard is membrane. I don't know why they really give you a keycap puller, but anyways, you can pop it out right there. And as you can see, let me pull you in. You can see you have your membrane keys right there, which me personally, I honestly really love a membrane keyboard. Now, the real funny thing that came in the box, I mean, this just brightened my day. It was absolutely hilarious to me. I don't know, maybe the corny thing makes me laugh, you know. Anyway, so they give you this little paper right here. It tells you some of the other products, 20% off, yada yada, some keyboards and mice and stuff. But check it right on the bottom. So, all right, so get all your keyboards, your mice, all that stuff. Then right at the bottom, they have a couple of belts. Like, it's just so weird. Like, hey, we got keyboards, mice pads, USB hubs and everything. And then a couple belts. Alright, so about the keyboard again, it's the NPET G11 membrane gaming keyboard. And it's got a really nice feel to it. You guys are about 3 feet from the mic right here. Again, remembering, so let me give you a quick sound test. It honestly has the feel, you can tell it's a little louder than some of the other membrane keyboards. It has the feel of, like, say a Corsair membrane, was a K55 mixed with kind of like a Razer membrane. It's kind of like both of those mixed together. You got a little tactile feel. It's not like straight smooth and smushy, you know? So you got a little bit of like that tactile click in there, but it feels very nice, and it was definitely a pleasure to play on. Now, as I showed you in the close-ups there, cycle through those RGB effects where it did the breathe, and then cycle where each zone is just lit up a different color. That's pretty much all you have right there, right? Again, you can breathe through each thing, but each zone is pre-lit right there with those 5 colors. You can't change any other colors. You can't set it to a solid color or anything. What I showed you in those close-ups, those quick few options, that's the RGB. But it looks good. It's crisp and it's bright. And again, it looks smooth. Like, who cares? Again, we're talking 15 bucks here. Now, a couple cool things I really love about this keyboard. As you can see, it's 10 keyless. I mean, it's very hard to find a 10 keyless membrane keyboard. At least me, I've been hunting around. And you can find mechanical ones all day long, but not in membrane. One other cool thing I really like, and I tried to give you a good close-up earlier. I'm not sure if you caught it, but let me bring you in, see if we can get some focus. There you go. Check out. Just follow the keys, right? So follow the front and look at that space bar if you can see it pretty good. I'm going to try to get out of the way so it doesn't focus on me. But check how it dips down so much right here, right? Let me see if you can see it better this way. No, you really can't. There you go. You can see a little bit there. Anyways, my point being is that the space bar dips down quite a bit, so you don't really got to lift your hand up at all. The keys really flow very nice with your hand right there. So again, if you don't have a wrist rest, your hand sits right on the table and the space bar is right there. You don't have to lift your hand up or anything. It just feels really good, and it flows perfectly with your hand whenever you're gaming right there to release any of that fatigue right there, because again, the keys and the space bar and everything just flows perfect. And that bottom row, what I was trying to show you, it kind of rolls up. It doesn't go straight flat like pretty much every other keyboard is. It rolls down. That is super awesome. Now, no, this keyboard is not perfect by any means. There are a few flaws, and we're gonna get into them right now. The first one I wanna talk about with you guys is the keycaps. And if I can get some focus, there you go. You see how it's black and it fades down to the clear there, and it goes along the sides and everything. That's for every key right there, right? So obviously they're sprayed on, right? I mean, 15 bucks, right? So obviously eventually that will wear on you. I mean, I used the bananas out of it, and I don't have any wear yet, so you're gonna get your 15 bucks worth. But honestly, what it looks like they did is obviously they had the board right down there without the frame on it and everything. Let me pull you in and show you. So here you go. So you can see the black outline of the keys, like where it was sprayed. So what they had was that base section in there with all the keycaps on, and probably just, you know, sprayed over it and then bam, popped a frame out of it. You know what I mean? I guess, hey, we're cutting production costs. You know what I mean? So definitely the keycaps eventually will wear on you. You just kind of tell, like, okay, hey, we slacked a little bit on the build where we just sprayed over the whole thing instead of each separate. But whatever, that doesn't really matter. You know, it still looks sharp. Your RGB looks pretty crisp and everything, but your keycaps will eventually wear on you. Now, the other flaw I would say is on the bottom here. Actually, while we're talking about the bottom, let's talk about some other things before we talk about the negative, right? You have a couple grips, one on each corner right there, and your feet pop out as you see, and you have a grip right there. And honestly, when it's down there, it doesn't really budge on you too much. You really got to lean into it, you know. But one thing I do want to point out where it does budge on you, if you look at the build here, right? So we have that flat piece here, and then right down here we have another flat piece, and then right there. So if your desk is like, I used one of those V desks, right? You know, so my keyboard's kind of in between on that little crevice there. And if you have one thing that's raised in the middle, you know, it tends to catch right on this middle bit right here and move around on you quite a bit. That's one thing that really, really annoyed me. But again, if you're on one straight flat surface, it does not budge at all. You know, especially if you're on a mouse pad. I mean, you really gotta, you know, lean into that stuff for it to budge. But do keep that in mind. If you work on a surface like me where my desk is V'd right there and it's kind of going across that little gap, if something's uneven, it sits on this and it's just sliding all over the dang place. So again, that's kind of personal preference. My setup where I'd pick that as a negative, not really a negative as far as the keyboard. So all in all, really, like those negatives right there, they're not bad, right? Sure, the keycaps and stuff like that, like whatever, you're gonna get that in pretty much all your membrane keyboards. Even some of your $100 keyboards just gonna have sprayed on keycaps, you know what I mean? So whatever. And that other bit is just, again, maybe just my setup. But honestly, at 15 bucks, I mean, this thing's awesome. So all in all, who do we recommend this keyboard for, right? I mean, you're talking 15 bucks. Say you need a keyboard for your kids or something. You know, you need something just to hold you over till you save up enough money for your other one. I mean, you're not going to go wrong with this. Again, this is, I wouldn't even class it as just a temporary keyboard. It's solid. I mean, this thing's going to get you through your gaming. And again, I gamed the bananas out of it with some Battlefield Apex and stuff, and I truly, honestly loved it. At 15 bucks, a complete shocker, you know. Again, don't judge it by the price, you know. I highly recommend that at 15 bucks, you're not going to go wrong. But hey, do let me know down in the comments what you think about this budget keyboard here. You know, I am a strong believer in you get what you pay for, you know what I mean? But that doesn't mean if you pay less for something, that it's a complete piece of junk. Not by any means, you know what I mean? I mean, sometimes you can pay a lot of money for something that you can pay less for and still get the same performance out of, you know. But again, if something's just 15 bucks like this, does not make it a complete piece of trash. But hey, thank you so much for watching this one. I highly appreciate it. If you liked it, hit that thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe for some future tech videos. And I hope I catch you in the next one. Bye now. 15 bucks. It's just crazy to me. It really is. Like, what can you buy with 15? I spent 15 bucks at Taco Bell the other day. Yeah, sure. I probably should have cut back on an item or two, but still the point is, I spent 15 bucks. You know? I definitely should have skipped out on that nachos. Boy, I should have.